um, checking in this evening to share a shift that I experienced earlier this evening. I call my blog Power of Perspective because I seem to just be really open to all of the little shifts that take place around me. And not only do I notice them, but I contemplate them, and then sometimes I either apply them to my own life or I often share them with other people. And one of my favorite compliments that I receive from friends, from clients, colleagues, family, fill in the blank, is that I guess I tend to give these little takeaways that when I share them, or initially when I was sharing them, it was just me being me sharing my truth, me sharing my insight. And what's come back is that these have really been able to help immensely with my friends, family, colleagues, clients, with the shift that they were trying to make in their own life. So with that said, when I started to recognize that, I started to feed into it. I became what's known as a seminar junkie. I think I was asked earlier today, like, oh, you really like to go to all those development things, huh? And I do, because it just keeps me in the mindset where I like to be. So apologize if I play with my hair a lot. It's funny, nothing can ever, there's this wild one here. So it's like, well, I'm here to be real. I'm here to be raw. And share my experience with anyone who's willing to listen, with hopes that my little shifts will also activate little shifts within your belief system as well. So that is my wish for you. But back to me. So this evening I made a pretty big business decision, a commitment, an investment, something that I wanted to do before but have put off, and then wanted to do it again and put off. And so I've been avoiding it. And it's come up again. See, here I go. Okay, I'll quit playing with my hair. Anyway, I decide to move forward with the investment. I decide to make the decision, take action, commit to being one step closer to what I define personal freedom. Okay, huge step. And I did all of the affirmations. I thought about it more than I ever should. And it was the decision that I wanted to make. And so I felt good when I made it. But still so then about 15 minutes pass by, and my self-talk starts. And not the self-talk that I'm doing right now and sharing with you, the inner dialogue, the stuff you don't get to hear, but I do on replay. So that starts, and though that is more disciplined because all of the work that I've done in the past few years, it comes up and it says, it says really awful things, really doubtful things. Are you sure you should have just made that investment? Are you sure? Basically, it comes down to, am I sure of myself? And in that moment, I remembered a conversation I had earlier this morning with my friend, my accountability buddy, Copyright Real Life Book Club. Thank you Susanna, it's a buddy who holds me accountable. She and I decided that today we were going to practice not allowing guilt to come up. That we are capable of getting our work done, and it is okay that we make time for fun too. Because she also likes to believe in the mindset that I'm really trying to brand here, which is being paid to live, being paid to be who we are, who I am. So anyway, so that came up, was like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to let this reel play today. So I didn't. And it really was that easy, just to turn it off. Again, remind myself why I made the decision, because I wanted to, because I have wanted to, and I thought about it for way too long. And because I wanted to show up in life a little bit bigger, just a little bit bigger every day. And what I committed to myself will allow me to do that. That feels really good too. It always goes back to feeling really good. So I said I would talk about why self-love is so important. Okay, get to the point here. What I realized in that moment when I was making the shift from feeling really guilty for making an investment in myself to feeling really good, genuinely good about making an investment in myself, I thought, so here's some other inner dialogue that was going out. Reach out to so-and-so for affirmation. I have a great support system, and I mean, to be honest, I could reach out to anybody and have them fill me with their love and affirmation. I believe in you and you're great. And I feel so blessed to have the support system that I do, that like love is abundant around me. That darn hair. Wild. My community is abundant in love. But I don't know how much that matters if I am not abundant in love with myself. Because remember, this whole conversation is going on internally. So only I know what I really need to hear in the present moment that's going on, that's going to affirm that I'm okay, that everything's going to be okay, and that I'm right where I need to be in the moment that I should be. And then I have permission to love myself through it if it's not the right moment, or it doesn't feel like the right place. So naturally, if that's true, if my belief is true that self-love really is that important, no wonder why when we reach out so often for love from every other place outside of us, whether that's your friends or your family or social media, yeah, we all do that. Consciously or subconsciously, we all do that, and that's fine. Like I just said, I have a very loving, supportive community. I root for that too. That's necessary too, for me. But I also know that there are times where everyone outside of me is loving on me. Either there are no haters or I can't hear them. They're not on my radar. And they shouldn't be, by the way. I've had all that outer love, and still I felt really empty inside. really sad and scared, hopeless. And then as the years have passed, and really as every day passes, it's like anything else really good, it's a day by day process. My self-love and self-worth gets higher, and so does everything else. So that, my friends, is why self-love is so, so, so important. So important to me. And I think it should be to everyone else too. So thank you for listening. If you are, and if you're not, that's all right too. Felt really good to get this off my chest. Hope everyone has a good weekend, a good Easter. Till next time.